Good morning, students. Welcome to your English grammar class.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, very good morning. In today's session, we will be doing about writing skills. In the last session, we completed with which chapter, which topic? Can anyone tell me? What did we complete?
Question tag. Question tag.
Very good. Yes.
Question tag.
Yes. We completed with question tags and we have solved many exercises on that, right? Now today we will be doing one writing skill, that is diary entry. Do you all know the meaning of diary entry, children? What is the meaning of diary entry? Are you all aware of this diary entry?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. What is the meaning of diary?
Ma'am, writing is a personal thing. Ma'am, it is a book.
Yes. Exactly. Very good. See, diary is nothing but it is a book what we maintain to write all the records, our personal records. Now, each teacher will be having one diary with them, wherein they will be, entering all the students' detail, maybe their record, or maybe their personal records also, which all classes they do, how they have taken, what is the feedback of the children. So that is something personal what they are maintaining. So diary entry is nothing but maintaining some personal records, entering your feelings, your emotions, your experiences. Some people have a habit of writing diary daily, some have writing weekly or maybe monthly. Any occasion or any event or any incident takes place, what they do, they jot it down in the diary. For example, now if you have a habit of writing a diary, when you come to school, maybe on one particular day your teacher has given you some appreciation, she has given you a nice star logo which she has pasted it on your, she has tucked it into the your shirt or a uniform, and you have been praised by everybody. So that day was a wonderful day for you. It was a wonderful experience because you were applauded for nice you were applauded for taking initiative of doing some social work, or maybe you participated in the competition and you have won the competition, so you got appreciation from your teachers as well as your friend. So what are you going to do? If you have a habit of writing a diary, you're going to note it down. On so and so date, I was appreciated by my teachers, by my friends. Okay, they congratulated me. Teacher gifted me with a gift, and she gave me a nice big star. So whatever experience, the feelings, the emotions you have, what do? You share it with that book, that diary which you maintain. It's not compulsory that everybody has to write a diary. Few people have a habit of writing a diary because they just want to pen down their own thoughts, that their ideas, their feelings, wherein they consider diary as their best friend. It is a secret book, you can say. You are not supposed to share that with anybody because it is your personal diary. Rest all books, you write a lot of notes, you play games, and what all rubbish things also you do in that book. But diary is a book wherein you write all your personal accounts, your events, your personal things, wherein you don't go to share with anyone. It is a secret book which you have to maintain, or which one maintains. So, diary entry also has a particular format wherein you need to follow, and there are some rules and regulations, some guidelines wherein you need to follow while writing the diary entry. So, here on page number 67 from your pull-out practice paper book, diary entry is an old art. It is an old art, means it is it has come from very ancient time. People used to write diaries early, but now because of the busy schedule, nobody has time to maintain this diary or to jot down or to write it down their feelings or emotions. Only few will have this. So it is an old art. People used to record their feelings and thoughts in a small book called diary. As I've told you that they used to maintain this and they used to enter their thoughts and feelings. Whatever it is, bad, good, everything used to go into that diary. Maybe on one particular day you were punished by your teacher, you were put out of the class. So that also goes in that diary. Today, so and so class, I was punished by my teacher for not doing the homework, for not submitting my project. I felt very bad. So your emotions are going into that book. I was very embarrassed before the class. I won't repeat it henceforth. So the experience, what you have experienced during that particular class, your feelings will also go into that book. So it is a record of the feelings and thoughts. Diary entries have been long and short. It depends because it is an informal piece of writing. Okay, this diary entry, it is a informal piece of writing. Now, what is the meaning of informal? Now, you all have learned letter writing, formal and informal. So, what is the meaning of informal?
Ma'am, for me, authorities, so we write it respectfully, but it is not in informal. We do not write it much.
Okay, fine. So, informally means you can use your own set of words. For formal, we have some restrictions. We cannot use the words which we like. For example, hi, hello, dear, dearest. So we are restricted to few words. But if you are writing informally, you are writing a letter to your friend. Oh, hi, dude. Hi, bro. Okay, hi, dear. Anything you can write because that is completely open to you all. You all can pen down anything. It can be short, it can be long. It doesn't have any restriction. So this diary also is a informal piece of writing. There is no restriction that you need to use only formal words. No. You can use your own set of words, your feelings, your emotions, as I told, and you can write it. A diary writing is a personal. As I told you that it is something personal. If you feel like sharing with your any of your sibling or maybe your parent or maybe your friend, you can. But as far as it is possible, nobody shares this diary with anybody. It is completely kept secret because it is only you who write all your things into that until unless it is revealed to somebody else and they come to know your secret. That's what diary entries are personal. Okay, they don't people don't go to share with anyone. One can write anything in it. As I told you, it is informal. You can write any number of things, you can write anything. Each page in a diary with date and the day serves as a diary entry. So when you are writing a diary entry, it should have a date and it should have a day. Otherwise, you will not understand on which date you have written anything. If you feel like going back and reading what you have written, so you should know, okay, on this particular day, these things happened. On this particular day, I was awarded. On this particular date, I was out of town, so I couldn't go to school. So, whatever it is, the important thing is what? Date and day. So a diary writing should have date and day. Each page in a diary with date and day serves as a diary entry. Okay. Why is diary entry written? Now, what is the purpose? What is the purpose? Purpose of writing a diary. What is the purpose? Why do you write a diary? As I told you, just to record all your personal things. Yes, why do you write a diary? To record all your personal things. You don't go to write about your friend or about your parents or about your teacher. It is your diary, so you're going to write only about yourself. So, why diary entry is written? It is written basically to record personal reaction to an event or to record an impression about a person. If anybody has done anything to you have been insulted, as I told you, or you have got an appreciation, or you have been awarded by someone. So that particular person's name also you will be entering into your personal record. My English teacher, my science teacher, my P sir, okay, he appreciated me today for so and so work. So automatically that person's name is also been recorded in your personal thing. So until unless that person's name is related to your personal thoughts and emotions, you're not going to enter anything else apart from that. And what you think, what you feel about somebody, that also is entered into the diary entry. If you have made a new friend in your class who's a newcomer, so how do you feel about that friend, how you're getting along with that person, so that thing also will come into your diary. Maybe you may say ki that today a new boy or a new girl, a new student came to my class. She took admission just 2 days back, and today I happen to talk with that girl or a boy. But I don't think so. I will get along with that particular student because she's very arrogant or he is very rude. So, automatically, what happens when you are connected to any of the people and when you want to write about your own self, about your own feelings and emotions, the people who are related to you, who are closely associated with you, those people's name also you are going to enter into the diary entry. So, to record personal reaction to an event or to record an impression about a person, what impression you get about that person. It is also returned to cure oneself of extreme feelings of joy, depression, anxiety. So if you are very happy today, that's what I said to you, extreme feeling of joy, as I told you, you have been awarded, or maybe a picnic is announced in the class, you are going on a picnic, whatever it is. So you are so happy that you go and feel like entering into diary. Depression. You went into depression in the class. Teacher punished me. She did not listen to me. She put me out of the class. So you are upset, you are sad, you are depressed. So that thing also will go into the diary. Then anxiety. Maybe you're tensed, stressed. Okay, today I couldn't concentrate on my class because the stress of maybe one something was bothering you, something was disturbing you, and with that you couldn't concentrate on your class properly. So these all things will go into your diary. So this is called about extreme feelings of joy, depression, and anxiety. In the examination, a specific situation or a lead is given. You are to imagine yourself in that situation and then write your diary entry. Now, this is apart from your personal thing. Now, as I told you that you will be having your personal life and you jot down all the things in the diary. Now, when it comes to your academics, if you are told write a diary entry placing yourself in that particular character from your English so and so lesson. If you were there in that particular character's place, what would you do? These are the questions you will usually get in your literature part. Okay, from your lesson, any lesson, if there are some characters and you say that, place yourself in that particular character and write a diary entry. How would you feel or how would you experience if you would be so and so character? So that time what you have to do, you have to place yourself in that particular character and write the diary as if you are that character, right? If for example there is a lesson about Mr. Bean, everybody is aware of Mr. Bean. Who is Mr. Bean? Have you all seen cartoon Mr. Bean? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Okay. We know that who is Mr. Bean. So suppose you have a lesson in your text about Mr. Bean. Okay, and then it is been told to you that assume yourself as Mr. Bean and write a diary entry about his daily routine. about his day's schedule. So what you're going to do, you will place yourself in the place of Mr. Bean, and then you're going to start writing. You're not going to start with Mr. Bean. You're going to start as I, the first person. Always diary entry are written in the first person as I am so and so. I had gone, or I would do so and so if. So whenever you write a diary, you're not going to write it in second or a third person. It is always written in the past tense and for the first person, because at last, at the end of the day, you write your diary. Whatever you have experienced or whatever you have felt in that particular day, you jot it down in the diary at the end of the day before sleeping. So it is obvious that you're going to use past tense. Today, so and so thing happened in the class. Teacher punished me in the class. Punished, past tense. Teacher appreciated me in the class. Appreciated, again past tense. You don't use any future tense until unless it is required, or if any sentence, if you plan to do it the next day, or everything comes in the past tense only, right? You should not treat diary as a non-living thing. You can address it as dear diary. It is of course not essential to use this address. So as I told you that every person, in every person's life there are n number of friends. Yes, you have lot many friends, your schoolmates, then maybe near your house, in your local area, or maybe your cousins also, your siblings also are your best friends. So everybody has an endless list of friends wherein you share your feelings and thoughts with them. Not everyone, maybe one or two or maybe four or five, if you have a group of friends who are very close to each other, only to those friends you share your thoughts and feelings. But there are few people, or there are few children those who don't have friends, and what do? They make books as their friends, and it is always told that books are our best companions. They are our best friends, because whenever you go and talk to people, or whenever you go and talk to your friends, they may not be good listeners. At times, they may neglect to what you're saying. But books will not do that. Books have a lot of patience. People are very impatient. At times, they say, okay, forget. I'll listen to you tomorrow. I'll listen to you later. And what happens? You become upset. Oh my God, my friend has not listened to my problem. How will I solve my problem? But if you consider the book, your diary, or whatever where you write is a best friend or your close friend, you go on writing your thoughts in that. The book is not going to stop you. The book is not going to say, okay, enough. It's so painful that you're writing on me. No, books have lot of patience. You go on writing, and make books your best friends. So that is what it is told. You can just address as dear diary, because always when you address to your friend, you say no, hi dear, or dear bro, or dear friend, whatever it is. So you can always address as dear diary. So this is what I explained about what is a diary entry. It is an informal piece of writing, and what is mandatory is date and day is mandatory. What is the purpose of writing a diary is we have to maintain a record of all your personal things. You jot down all your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts into that diary personally, and it has to be kept it secret. It is very personal thing where you don't share with anyone. So is it clear, children, till here? Any doubts about your diary entry?
No, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now just turn the page to page number 68. There are some guidelines which they have given wherein we need to follow when we write a diary entry. Can you all see there? Some guidelines are given. Yes? Yes. So we will quickly just see. guidelines. The first one, what is the first one they said? Always mention day, date, time. See, as I told you, okay, mention day, date, time. When you are writing a diary, on the left hand side, okay, you will be writing the date, the day, and time is optional. If you want to write, you can write with the time where you start writing your diary, or else only day and date also will do. Next is what? Be frank and truthful. Very important. Be frank. What is the meaning of frank? Open. How you be open with your friends? You share all your secrets to your best friends, right? Do you all share or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And truthful. If you are writing your diary and it is a secret which is maintained, you cannot lie in that time. Maybe to your parents at times you lie. It happens. You shouldn't actually, but sometimes the situation comes and you happen to lie them. But when you are writing a diary, you have to be very truthful. Whatever happened. Now, suppose I gave you example that you were punished in the class. Maybe you are scared to tell your parents because they might scold you. So you did not tell them that I got a punishment. But this diary entry, you have to be very truthful when you are entering that, when you are writing about your personal things. So you can just write there, today I was punished by so and so teacher for not submitting the project on time. But the same thing you cannot tell this to your parents. That time what you say, okay, even if I don't tell my parents, how they might come to know, later we'll see what is to be done. But here you cannot lie. You have to be truthful. You have to jot down your thought, your feelings and your experience. So you should be frank, open. Okay, be open. Don't hide anything. Next is keep the tone intimate. Keep the tone intimate. Now, what is the meaning of keep the tone intimate? That is, you should be faithful to what you write. Don't lie, as I told you. Okay, you should be very faithful because whatever you write it in the diary, it is your personal thing and you cannot lie to your own self. At least that we can do. Even if you lie to your friend or your siblings or your parents, you cannot lie to your own self. So we need to be very loyal. We need to be intimate. That is, it is personal. It is closed. Nobody is going to open up until and unless you reveal it to anybody. It is you who is going to operate that book. Until and unless you give it to somebody to read, nobody is going to do. You have your own cupboard, you have your own place where you keep all your things, so you can keep it nicely that nobody is going to come and open that. So keep the tone intimate. Next, write in an informal style. In the beginning, I told you how you need to write your diary. Write it in an informal style. That means there is no need of using any formal words. Be open, use anything, any words, whichever you feel like writing in your diary, just write it. And observe the prescribed word limit. So if you have to write a very lengthy diary, or if you are going to write a very short diary, so there is a word limit. Now, when you are writing daily, you will not have much stuff to write. If you are writing weekly, maybe what has happened in the entire week, you will have a lot of stuff to pen down. If you are writing it in a 15 days, once in 15 days, then, or if you have a habit of writing only the particular incidents which are happening in your life, means that you will have that word limit. But few people write it in detail. So, if you start writing in detail, then maybe for one day only you will write pages and pages. So, it's better that you have this word limit. Okay, because see, what is the thing which you experience daily? You come to school, you talk to your friends, you play on the playground, you share your tiffin. Everything is, it's normal what is happening, right? There is nothing new in that. But in the same day, I mean, on the same day, if anything happens, something unique, something different which you have not expected, that thing you will go and write it in your diary. Yes, so something different, maybe a birthday, your birthday, maybe till date it was not celebrated in school, but on the day of your birthday, it was been celebrated in the class, your friends planned for a surprise party, or they gave you gifts or something like that which you did not expect. So that is something beyond your imagination, beyond your expectation, what has happened. So that time you can enter that in your diary, because that is a wonderful experience which you have experienced with your friends and your teacher. Otherwise, your daily routine goes on. You come to school, you attend the class, you take down notes, you go back home, have your lunch or your snack, whatever it is, go back to your tuition classes, and you go back to sleep. So this is your daily routine. Nothing, unique has happened. Nothing different has happened. So that time you may think that what is there to write in a diary. So that day you may skip. Then the next day when you come to school, maybe something different it was, an announcement was made, you've been selected as a class monitor, or you are given a lot of responsibility of handling over, you have given an in charge of something. So that is something different which came to you. So you have got a new responsibility on you. So that goes in your diary entry. So such is called as a word limit. Now, whatever you write, let it go into the limited thing. Now, besides these guidelines, there are certain rules which the diary writer must observe. If you are writing a diary, you need to observe certain things. What are they? Do not write detail about illness, weather, or your surrounding. Yes, because it is something normal, no? You don't have to write everything in detail about your surroundings or about your weather. Oh, today weather was good. Oh, yesterday it rained. Oh, today it is so sunny. Why that is required in the diary? That is actually not required. Or some illness, if we have got a little bit of cold and cough, that is going to be cured. So you are not supposed to write in detail about all these things, about your illness, about your weather, or about the surrounding. Do not use too many facts and figures. So too many facts and figures also you have to avoid. These thing happened, this thing happened, this thing happened, that thing happened. So that is not, then it is going to be a full record book then. Diary is only for your personal things, what you feel, what you experience, only those things you have to jot down. So you have to avoid using too many facts and figures. Express your feeling truthful and sincerely. As I told here, you have to be very truthful and you have to be very sincere. Give the correct information. Don't lie. Don't give wrong information. If you have failed in a subject, or in your class test, write it in the diary. Because I did not study for the test, I failed in that particular subject. But I promise that I'm going to try hard the next time. Maybe this thing you cannot share it with your parents because you're scared. They might scold you. But you can be loyal towards your diary. You can enter that in the diary. So it's told express your feelings and express your feelings thoughtful and sincerely. Write down your aspirations, joy, sorrow, hopes, and fears. So write down all your joy, the moment which capture, the precious moment which you live, the precious moments which you enjoy. So those you have to capture and write it down in the diary. Your aspirations. What is the meaning of aspirations? Your desire, your hopes, what you desire, what you hope. So that you need to mention. And your fears, what you're scared about, or you are been experienced with a very bad phase of life, or something like that. No? That is also going into your diary. You can use abbreviations in a diary entry. Now, what is the meaning of abbreviations? Yes. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of abbreviations? Where do you use abbreviations? Anyone? Do you all know the meaning of abbreviation, children? No? Yes? Abbreviations are nothing but these are short forms. These are the short forms which we use in our writing skills. For example, if I want to write doctor, what do we use? DR. Dr. James. Do we use this or not? Yes? Yes. Then again for teacher, what do we use? TR. Okay. Teacher, whoever it is, alpha. Teacher, short form. Right? Then for junior, what do you write? JR. Yes. For senior, you write SR. So what are these? These are called as abbreviations. Understood what is the meaning of abbreviation, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. The longer word, we shorten it and we write short forms. Those are called as abbreviations. There are n number of abbreviations. Many. I just gave you few. Right. Now, there is one more word which I would like to explain to you all. It is also called as acronym. These are also short forms, but those short forms, when you elaborate it, you will get a word. Abbreviations are short forms wherein the bigger word is shortened. As I told you, Doctor, DOCTOR becomes DR, Junior JR, Senior SR. But here, acronym is nothing but where the short forms are given, but each letter represents something. For example, if I write here APM, this is an acronym because each letter represents something. What is that?
Automatic teller machine.
Yes, automated teller machine. Yes, see here, each letter tells us something. ATM, the short form we have used. But what is the thing? Each letter tells us in detail about that particular letter, what it stands for. Right? Now, if I say FAQ, what is this? This is also an acronym. FAQ, anybody knows?
Frequently asked questions.
Very good, very good. Frequently asked questions.
When can't and can't see the full world.
1 minute, let me adjust. See now, we can see.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And the latest India
1 minute, 1 minute.
No, ma'am.
I will write it once again. I will write it once again. Here, no talks. No talks. See here.
Yes, ma'am.
Abbreviations, short forms, and acronyms. These are also short forms, but what each letter indicates one or the other thing. Now there is this also. Have you heard about NASA? Have you all heard?
Yes,
What is the full form of NASA?
National Space
National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Yes? Yes. So what is this? This is called an acronym. See children, these are the things you need to remember. You cannot say these both are same or abbreviations and acronyms are same. There is a slight difference. Abbreviations are the longer word, we make it short. But acronyms are what? The short forms, we make it into long. That is because each letter represents something, right? So this is the difference between abbreviations and acronyms. Clear? The difference between acronyms and abbreviations? Yes. So in a diary entry, you can make use of abbreviations, right? So these were the guidelines which I just now explained to you all. So in today's class, we did about diary entry. What is the meaning of diary entry? Why diary entry is written? What are the guidelines we have to follow while writing the diary entry? So this is what we have covered today in the session. So the examples of diary entry and the format of diary entry, we will be doing it in the next session. So I hope you all have followed what has been explained today in today's session.
Yes.
Any doubts, children, in this? Any doubts? No, no. You have followed. You have followed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So shall we wind the class here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So see you all in the next session. Yes. Bye, all of you all. Yes, yes. Bye, children. Yes. Bye, bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, children. Bye. Take care of yourself, all of you all.